This week's edition of Simulation Saturday. I'm your host, Bruce the Noob, and here with me, as always, is my co-host, the Master J. Master J, how are you doing?
Very good, very good.
This week is the Super Bowl rematch, 51, Super Bowl 51 rematch, I should say, of the Atlanta Falcons versus the New England Patriots. How do you think it's going to turn out, Jay?
It's an interesting one. I think the Falcons might get them this time around.
You think the Falcons are going to get their comeuppance?
Yeah.
That's a funny way to say. No, I think the Falcons can learn from their mistakes that they did twice in a row, which is blow a 25-point lead or a 17-point lead if you're facing them against the Dolphins. I've been thinking this whole week to stop the interruptions to get a recording sign that lights up and stick it probably on the door or somewheres. People in my household know that when that's on, something's happening downstairs.
I don't think that's going to help.
Probably not. It probably
will encourage.
It will encourage more interruptions.
I feel like every... Ooh, oh, here we go. Here we go.
That's because I think you signed in on it.
Okay. Tell me it's going to do this the whole game.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not.
All right.
Yeah, I think Jay signed underneath someone else or hit the X button as someone else, which caused a bunch of tutorials, but that is okay. Matty Ice.
See them icicles.
He kind of melted and turned into some water during that Super Bowl, but I think he learned from mistakes by now. Though I don't think they're looking too good in the season right now, but I think they're also doing not.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Not too good in the sense that they're bad. So I think they're good this season, but I don't think they're going to go back to the Super Bowl. What did my offense do?
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Sanu with a grab over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan dancing to his left, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. Near the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski.
And all the way in. 68. Oh, wow.
68 yards.
So 1 yard. So hard for the 69.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it?
Joe didn't get his
really special by him. But let's face it, in today's
favorite
NFL,
number.
tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays.
Oh, it's
like
a booth
that.
review.
I'm fine with that. I'd like to see this play a couple times anyway.
Joe really liked that play. Oh.
I like the re-challenge.
First and goal here from the 2. They'll try to run it in with Gillisley.
There's a Gillisley vulture, everyone.
Gillisley vulture.
Takes all my fantasy points.
Mike Gillisley punching it in from a yard away. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And side probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. And, Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes.
Ooh, there's a fight.
Rutgers, so
Fight. They knew better, I guess.
Get to a quarterback of this magnitude,
How about that?
I think it's safe to say that pressure
that fight.
can get to any quarterback.
What was it? Thursday, actually. With the what happened again?
I was at work.
Oh, you were at work.
Was it anything to do with Marshawn Lynch?
Yes.
Did he like? He shoved the ref or something?
Yeah, he shoved the ref. Got ejected, and I think he's being suspended for a game.
2nd and 10 now.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. No, it could have been worse. No, he is an idiot. I don't know why he ran off the bench to go fight the ref.
How relevant do you have to be to do that? Lynch's career is over, everyone.
Just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding
I don't know what he was thinking.
His second act isn't working out so well.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
Oh my goodness.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Nah, I can't really think of what he did exactly.
This used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that
he didn't really. He's not really performing. And I don't see him getting a lot of touches in Oakland.
Secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you.
I mean, he looked okay the first couple of weeks, but after that,
I think he knew right away that he wasn't
he just
I think he read that as soon as he got to the line.
Kind of went downhill.
Knew where the pressure was going to come from.
He's been downhill.
I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, it's been the air game that's taken him down.
Hey, it's what he wants to do.
Before they finally turned around and handed off.
We'll have his one good game.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone.
Yeah, he'll probably make a comeback towards the end of the season, maybe.
Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, wow.
It's a tried and
Because he leaped.
Yeah.
He did a little, I don't know what that was.
No toe drag there, guys.
Nope.
That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And they are on the board.
Matt Bryant's 41 years old.
42 now.
42 now?
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
So he's younger than Adam Vinatieri.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with
Brandon
each other,
Cooks is not number 81, whoever made this roster.
You say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again.
What number is he?
14.
14?
Play a little bit better on this drive.
Yeah, make sure you guys are getting your numbers right if you're making updated rosters. Help us out a lot.
I have T.O. on my team.
Brady to throw on second down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes
so there's people out there who's already talking MVP and Coach of the Year.
First down, executed it to perfection.
And we're only 7 weeks in. Can you guess who they put there on their ballot to win?
On first down, Brady.
Both?
Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. The completion good for 3.
MVP?
Mm-hmm.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
I would say MVP. I don't know. That's up in the air. I can't even give you an answer to that one.
They're already talking about having Wentz as the MVP.
See, I knew it was going to be Wentz. I don't think Wentz is MVP by far.
And Peterson Coach of the Year.
Nah, that's a little bit.
That's a little bit far-fetched, even as Eagles
That's why I didn't want to answer that, because I knew it was going to be something like Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, guys, come
he's
on.
Good, but
yeah, no, he's good. He's doing great this year. Better than he did last year. I'll give him that. I don't think he could put his name on the ballot, but I don't think he's going to be. Now, see, if we say this and he gets MVP, then we'll be like, oh, haha. You really showed us there, guys.
Brady now on
but
first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
It's a bit too early to be talking MVP and all that stuff. Rookie of the Year.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
There's a lot of candidates right now that could be MVP.
And that's caught. It's Hogan.
I agree with you.
I don't even know yet.
I couldn't even tell you.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful.
Now they're saying because, and these are I don't know how knowledgeable these Eagles fans are, but they're already saying, oh well, because Aaron Rodgers is out for the season most likely, that we have that betters our chances in the playoffs, not just to go to the playoffs, in the playoffs. I mean, it could, but there's a lot of other good quarterbacks in the NFC. I'm not saying Carson Wentz is in the back where he's improved a whole lot within the last year. But we still have, what, 10 more games left to go?
Yeah.
Give it a little bit.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola.
Wait till we get about, week 8 maybe.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Or you can say week 10.
Yeah, week 10.
Only because the people are saying after our bye week, there's 3 straight road games. And after last year with that whole mess of a bye week, didn't do so good. I think we won maybe 2 or 3 games after the bye week. Lost all others. So.
10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Gillisley. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Oh, somehow I thought that was a
cannot seem to catch a break
touchdown.
and get off the field. So now it's 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They come out here in the eye. Brady's going to sneak it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brad, we've been around these coaches enough to know that there should never be a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak.
Ever.
Ever. So that's on everyone, right? Offensive line, quarterback himself. There's got to be a way to pick up yards. You're not supposed to be knocked backwards.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
Why don't you use 2 hands instead of 1 top?
Excellent job to knock it down.
That would make the most amount of sense.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman.
What?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
The Patriots. And a big turnover.
How did that happen?
These guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red.
What was that?
Bruce,
What?
you did a lateral. That's what you get for being a bitch and celebrating. You did a lateral. A little cocky there, Bruce. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. I don't feel bad for you now. You did a Deshaun Jackson all day. Deshaun Jackson all day. I don't feel bad for that. That's what you get.
I don't even know. I don't even know how I did lateral.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
No,
Sorry.
I didn't even know how I did lateral.
I thought you did it on purpose.
No, I didn't.
The Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick.
That's why I was so confused. Like, what did I just do? I thought I was like doing like a dance or something.
He ends up having 180 yards.
And I thought I leaped. I thought it was like a hurdle or something.
And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady.
The hell is this on lineman? Holy crap.
5-yard line, it's a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Could have.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside.
I was going to say, I could have just let the clock go, but
want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw again is, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Do they still have Coleman?
In the final seconds of the first half, and the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I have not seen him.
Terrific touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They slot Gronkowski outright. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And got his man, complete.
Doesn't matter. That's a home.
Hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up.
Well, this is a different...
Third quarter now.
I shouldn't say anything. It was going good so far.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. They'll come out in the pistol. Brady now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
Wow.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. Now Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Wow.
Wow.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift
trying
up
real hard
what you
today.
do in the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's
one pass, like always.
And versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Brady to throw on second down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now on first down. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Again, it's Brady. And right side caught Hogan.
What?
Of course, of course. What is going on? Stop.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason,
Does this team okay? Does it know what it's doing?
You can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Execute.
And now a fumble.
Jeez. Oh, my God. This is definitely a rigged-ass game. All right. Well, I'm guessing I'm going to have to put up with it.
Ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Freeman again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Fresh set of downs here. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They slot Gronkowski outright. Now Brady throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mike Gillislee, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Ryan on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So rude.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. That one goes for 24 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taylor Gabriel from 21 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Brady now on 1st down.
Oh, where's the now's the flag? There's a flag.
Wow.
Yeah, come on. I've got nothing but flags this entire game.
This is what, your 4th one now?
Yeah.
3rd or 4th?
Jeez.
Wow.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him. Threw the flag.
Come on. Let's play fair now. Let's play fair now.
Who's making the calls? Pete Morelli?
Man, this is like that Eagles game.
Yeah. What was it? 15 for 121 yards or something?
Brady going to throw. And almost intercepted.
And
It would have been his second
has
pick
one
in the
penalty
game
for
instead
1
of
yard.
32nd
How do you
down.
get 1 yard in the penalty? I
He's
never
lucky
heard
to be
that.
getting that one back.
Heard that
After
before.
what they've
probably
done with
near
him
the goal
all day
line.
long with all
Yeah.
the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride is kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Here's Brady looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's got Will Tye complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his right.
Oh, here we go with this
Wow.
He's
bullshit.
going to lose yardage.
Come on.
Here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Again, it's Brady. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Mike Gillislee taking it in. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times. There you go.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come out here in the eye. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. To throw is Ryan. And he couldn't
he dropped it
through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan.
Oh, what the fuck?
Get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Let's go.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A critical
Okay.
error there in a
I guess that
game
can
in the
happen.
fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game.
All right,
if
2
they
minutes
can
left to go in the
offense.
game.
Time for a break. We're back.
A lot
to
of
see
things
what
could happen.
happens after this.
A lot of things like what happened this past Thursday with that weird
So the Patriots
ending.
with the football as we get you reset.
3 flags and had to
And let's see
replay
what they've come up with
last
offensively
play
after
3
having time
times.
to talk it over. They'll run with Gillisley. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is Gillisley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Gillisley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back to throw. This
What?
Just inside the 10.
He fell.
One score down. Here
How
we
did he
go.
fall?
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. He takes it across.
I don't want to score, but okay.
Taking the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Wish he had the timeout, didn't he?
Atlanta now coming out on
Yeah.
the field.
Ugh.
Possession game,
Still.
time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh,
Pressure there
damn
as
it.
It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will
Fuck men. Fuck UT. Fuck this game.
Oh, it's going to hurt big time.
I don't give two shits. I'm kneeling it.
All right. Wow. That was crazy.
Being intercepted.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
I'm just going to let it run out here. Yeah. Wow, that was actually... I did not let that game get ahead pretty far.
Oh, but honestly, that was a good game.
That was probably one of the best games I've had
One of the
against
better
you.
games you played.
Yep.
Wait, you did pull the Matt Ryan.
And what was that, choke?
Yep, I guess fate is of the beholder.
Yeah, that's true. So it seems like from hopefully what this simulation is going to show is that the Patriots...
That could very well happen.
Yeah, that could very well
score is
happen.
very realistic. This is actually our most simulation ever.
Yeah,
And we
the
played
most
it.
realistic NFL score we've had yet.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis.
What do you think? How is this? How do you think this is going to turn out?
This could exactly be something like this, or
You think
a
something
little
like
less,
this?
maybe a little less points.
The Patriots winners
Brady's
here at
been
home as we
kind
go
of
Oh.
shaky lately, but we'll see what he does. this
Brady
game.
has been a little bit shaky lately. He doesn't have a couple of his weapons.
I think
Gronk is coming off of an injury 2 weeks ago. What, 3 weeks ago?
no,
I
he's
think.
fine. He's fine.
So
Looks
he should be fine.
Everybody's
I think it's
fine.
Yeah.
This should be a good game. In fact, if anybody's depleted, I would say it's the Falcons. The Patriots have been okay.
Yeah, I haven't
guess
really heard much talk
Edelman's
about the
lost.
Falcons lately, but
Yeah,
so
we'll see.
that's that. I think I like the score how it is. I think this is going to be the turnout. Jay, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be the
It's
same?
pretty close to what it could be.
Yeah. Both have high-powered offenses. Decent amount of defenses. Maybe lackluster in the department for the defense, but we'll see how it turns out tomorrow night. Real quick, what is next week's game? I'm pulling that up right now, actually, as we're speaking. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. So that's a divisional. I think that's a divisional one, isn't it? I don't think
yes,
so.
I
Is
think
it?
so.
All right. So be sure to join us next week when we tackle the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Detroit Lions game. Find other videos like this that we have on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Like those videos as well. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Find us on, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. link somewheres in those descriptions. But stay tuned, because after this, maybe a little bit later, we will be picking up where we left off in our stream of The Last of Us for our Halloween event this year. But like always, we will see you guys in the next video. Later.
Brandon Cook, 0 receptions, 0 yards. Woo!
Yay!
That's my fantasy player.